Welcome back to the Future Self podcast. Welcome to season 4, episode 16, part 2.
How much do you think we attribute meaning or extra meaning to things is valid, and how much of it is a comfort thing?
You know, I've never thought of that concept until our first episode,
Really?
ever. When you are like,
You got goosebumps, I remember.
yeah, it almost blew the whole point of having this tattoo. Meaningless.
How did I not see that too? Like, it's right there.
No, but I never thought, and this is why the conversation and podcasting is so great. I'd never thought, some people who are successful have to have enough delusion that in their mind, they convince themselves that it's actually how it is. Like I would say Conor McGregor to majority, he's really delusional, but he probably just believed it wholeheartedly, like actually got to a point of convincing himself wholeheartedly that's how it is. I think there's so much merit in that. And I feel like that's where I was before you asked that question. I was like, no, there's reason. Like I convinced myself so much that there 100% is. I think there is reason, and it's a beautiful way of going about things. But I also think we can attribute meaning, reason to give meaning for things to make sense. And now I don't treat it as like my religion, that everything happens for a reason, but I treat it as a chosen belief. Like that's going through life for me through the lens of everything happens for a reason is just a more beautiful way of going through it than that acceptance of just shit things happen. I also think, because I like to coach around the aspect of what role do you play and can you gain control over your position or where you're going, everything happening for a reason gives you an ounce of control, because it's like you can now dictate almost, because you're creating the reason. Realistically, the reason is not given to you on your doorstep.
You're creating the reason.
Yeah, which I agree to. It gives you a sense of control of the direction you go, because everything happens for a reason. It's like, okay, what's the reason? Oh, well, this is the reason that makes sense to me. It's a nice way to go. Versus I don't like that approach of, oh shit, things happen. They do.
Yeah.
And you can think that way. It's not wrong. I just don't like it, because I don't want to ever sit there rendered helpless, be like, oh shit, things happen.
That's a very important point. In allowing things to be shit doesn't mean sitting in defeat and being like, this is shit and it's shit forever. It means this is shit. I'm going to allow myself to acknowledge that this is shit.
Yeah. And
then I'm going to move on.
I want to put clarity into that. I don't disagree with that. I agree. I'm not devalidating something can't be shit. I'm not saying, oh, get over it, go do what needs to be done. I agree. Things can be shit. What can I now do from that? You can sit in it and it feels shit. What can I do from that? It's like, I did a podcast episode with a client in the past, and she has limited use of her arm, and we did some fucking amazing work together. First time she'd publicly spoken about it. She talked about her.
I think I've watched this podcast. She's wonderful.
Yeah, hectic. Yeah. So she spoke about it. She shared it. She got vulnerable. I lost the whole fucking episode.
That's
lost
shit.
it. Exactly.
Yeah.
We did it again, and the second one was 10 times better. And that's that thing of, I sat there for a full day and I was like, this fucking sucks. This is shit. Why did it have to happen?
And then you did something about it.
Yeah. So I'm not saying that attaching a reason escapes you from allowing something to feel shit. I think maybe also it's giving yourself back a bit of power. Giving yourself, if you attach a reason to it and there's use from that reason, it gives you back some power. It's like, I lost my power from this shitty situation. I'm going to attach a reason that serves me and maybe other people. I gain some of that back.
I see and I hear and like totally acknowledge that creating meaning from it has been so powerful for you and other people as well.
Yeah, because for me, and this is what I reflected on in our first episode, for me to sit there and be like, shit, things just happen. Like, I'm not willing to put myself in that situation where I sit there and shoulder shrug and be like.
But I think that's where you and I are different in terms of that you're not sitting and shoulder shrugging. You're being like, this is shit.
I'm not, no, I don't want to confuse that. It's still shit it happened. When I say that, I'm saying you're rendering yourself helpless, where it's like, this is shit. it didn't happen. Like, there's no reason as to why it happened. Shit things and that's it. And it kind of, the sentence just stops there.
But the sentence never stops. What would you tell your past self in your greatest moment of challenge with where you are now?
It's a sentence or phrase that's become a little bit popular recently, and I don't know where it's come from.
I thought I was being original here.
Not that.
Oh.
My answer.
Awesome.
No, what I'm about to say is become a little bit more popular recently, but I would probably just, the one sentence that the tragedy of life is that it has to be lived moving forwards, but it only makes sense in reverse. And I would just gently give that to him.
I love that. I really love that.
No solution. I wouldn't give anything else. Just enough of a thought of, okay, it sucks now, but I'll be able to look back on it and be like, okay, it makes sense in reverse.
You wouldn't give yourself a solution?
No. That's his solution. What about you? What would you say?
You are loved. That's it.
So on that note, into that camera there, what is one quote, thought, or question that you want to say to my audience for them to ask, think, or have more often?
As cheesy as it sounds and as overused as the phrase and sentence is, you are loved and you are enough. You're going to tease me for that for a while,
No.
I feel.
There's merit in anything we say. It's not what you do. It's not what you do. It's why you do it. And why you did that then was a very nice little transition.